Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanacharim Yamuna Tira Vanacharim Dayoranda Mandava Kunja Bihari Jayoratha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder. Hare Rama, Hey Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Hey Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Hey Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. I'm like a autumn tree. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Can I keep it? It's quite heavy, but beautiful and nice fragrance. I'm grateful for you for opportunity to share with devotees some inspirations from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So this is my first visit into Simhachalam. My name is Devakinandana Das. Now I'm staying in Kazakhstan, but my main service is in Russia. I'm responsible for educational programs and development of education in Russia. I'm teaching Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta courses as well, done myself. And I'm writing books, making articles, preaching, traveling. 10 years I spent in Brahmacharya ashram, and now already 10 years I spent in Grihastha ashram. Before this 20 years was my childhood. I think like from 14 I was living in Brahmacharya ashram. Traveling with my Guru Dev, His Grace Chaitanya Chandra Charan Prabhu, and I'm also serving like his secretary and assistance to his work in GBC and his zones. Today we are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 4th canto, 9th chapter, King's Pritus 100 House Sacrifice. The verse number 35. Kratur Viramataisha Kratur Viramatamisha Devashu Duravargraha Devashu Duravagraha Dharma vyachikaro yatra. Dharma vyachikaro yatra. Pakandair indranirmitaihi. Parkandair indranirmitaihi. Kratur viramata mesha. Devashuddhuravaga. Dharma vyachikaro yatra. Pakandairindra nirmitahai. Tamesha Shaduravagraha Ma vyachikaro yatra. Ladies. Raturviramatam yesha Divesha duravagraha Dharma vyachikaro yatra Pakandairindra nirvitai. Kratu, the sacrifice. Viramatam, let it stop. Eshaha, this. Devasu, amongst the demigods. Duravargraha, addiction to unwanted things. Dharma vyachikaraha, violation of religious principles. Yatra, where? Pakandaihi, by sinful activities. Indra, by the king of heaven. Nirmitaihi, manufactured. Translation. Lord Brahma continued, stop the performance of the sacrifices, for they have induced Indra to introduce so many irreligious aspects. You should know very well that even amongst the demigods there are many unwanted desires. Purport. There are many competitions in ordinary business affairs, and the Karma Kanda chapters of the Vedas sometimes cause competition and envy amongst karmis. A karmi must be envious because he wishes to enjoy material pleasures to their fullest extent. That is the material desire. Consequently, there is always competition among karmis. There are in ordinary business affairs or in the performance of yajna. Lord Brahma's purpose was to end the competition between Lord Indra and Maharaja Prithu. Because Maharaja Prithu was a great devotee and incarnation of God, he was requested to stop the sacrifices so that Indra might not further introduce religious systems, which are always followed by criminal-minded people. Om Gyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militom Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Shcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye vanchakalpotarubhyascha kripasindubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripam tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Shri Chaitanya Ishvaro Paramananda Madhavam Vande Nantadbhutashvaryam Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nichopya Pasadasyad Bhakti Shastra Pravartakam Isham Bhujanta Purushartha Chatushtayasha Dasa Bhavantu Chevihaya Hari Rupasyan Kinchidrahasya Padalabi Dadiraham Tu Chaitanya Chandra Charanam Sharanam Karomi. Hare Krishna. One more time. So we are studying here now the story of Maharaj Prithu. It's a quite big part of fourth canto. Usually I call it the managerial part of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, because from the story of Maharaj Prithu we can learn how to do management, how to take care about the citizens, about those who are depend on you. Because Maharaj Prithu, he was a perfect king and a perfect ruler. And in his ruling we can see, of course, it's a perfect stage. It's difficult to just follow it or just copy his behavior, but we can find out how to take care and how to make management affairs in our life. Because, okay, we have a religion, we have a Krishna consciousness, we have a spiritual life, but it's all based on a management structure. Srila Prabhupada, he make a lot of affairs to support managerial structure in ISKCON. He created the GBC, he created temple president system, he created other systems, how to maintain. Because I'm doing educational programs in whole Russia. You know, Russia is a big country, in Kazakhstan as well, and in Mayapur Institute also. I take into care about Russian branch. And it seems that it's nice, you can preach Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, but it's a lot of managerial system. And one of the specific part of the management is conflicts. You always face with the conflicts. It's not like we have a spiritual movement and everyone are lifted, everyone are happy, they're full of Krishna consciousness. Satvam Vishudha Vasudeva Shabdatam Yatiyate Tatrapamanam Vavritah. Like Lord Shiva, he's in Vasudeva mood. He has Vasudeva consciousness all the time. But since I'm doing this service for 5 years, I should say 90% of my service is facing with management and conflicts. I have a call from my GBC. He says, you know, like, this happened in this area, please fix it, or this happened, go this area, go to the Far East, preach there because they have some problems. And you see, we are doing educational programs, but we may need to manage the educational programs, to create retreat, to create the material. We need to create the different departments, like study departments, philosophical departments, and you need to have a team, you need to know how to develop the team, how to make the meetings, and the small part you can teach Shastras. But you need to read Shastras, you need to know Shastras to teach them. So I found that in ISKCON, just being ISKCON and just serve here, you can increase your skills in many different ways. Like I have dealt with 4 different GBCs while I was serving, like personally, and these were 4 different types and styles of management. And so my current GBC is Grace Achitatma Prabhu. From among all, he's perfect manager. He's so perfect in all details. He can manage all the conflicts, buy temples. And I learned, wow, how are you doing this very quick, very easy, like from the nature. So I had, like my personal spiritual master, he's also GBC, but he's mostly a preacher. He preach that he can manage. Like and etc. And here we see the conflict situation. Like Prithu Maharaj, he is Shakti Avesh avatar. He's incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He's powerful person. He was born from a dead body of his father named Vinu. He was quite, how it's called in English, aggressive, angry person. He was killed by the Brahmanas, and then from his body they create Prithu and his wife Archi. Prithu from Sanskrit means straight and fair person. It's quite short but quite understandable. He was perfect king. And when he was born, the sage and the Brahmanas, they thought, oh, no need for demigods now. He can maintain everything himself. And like Narayani Mataji, or Narayani Prabhu, she says that she's Prabhupada's disciple. She was teaching us in VIG, Bhaktivedanta, Bhakti Abhava courses. She gave an example that we have bhakti in three gunas, three modes of a nature. In Tamaguna, it's Daksha story, the beginning of the fourth canto. He was angry to Shiva, he cursed Shiva. And the problem is not when some senior devotees have strikes and have some conflicts. The problem is on their followers level. Shiva, he just do nothing. He just left the sacrifice. But his followers and Daksha's followers, Brahmans, start fighting, curses each other. So we can see when we have high-level conflicts, the problem is their followers or their disciples. So because the spiritual master, they have conflicts, then they resolve it easily because they have quite mature spiritual level. It's not a problem. But for their followers, he defend my spiritual master. How you can? And they start fighting. Oh, for ISKCON, this is terrible. Because spiritual master, it is 2-3 weeks and then they are friends. But their followers is always problem. And devotional service in Rajaguna is Dhruva version 1.0. Before he met Prishnigarpa in forest. Because after he met Prishnigarpa, there was no desires in his heart. But before he has a desire. So Dhruva version 1.0. Because there is Dhruva version 2.0. After Darshan, it's another Dhruva. The same person, but another Dhruva, another mood, another quality of service. He changed. And the devotional service in Sattvaguna, she said, it's Prithu Maharaj. But even Prithu Maharaj, we can see, he has some problems. At least 2 famous conflicts he had in his practice. The first one you already studied, Singadev Bhagavanka Ki Ja. It was the conflict with earth. He just got the country, the planet to rule, and they put grains into the earth and there was no fruits, no trees. And he was quite radical in his action. He said, okay, I'll destroy the earth. And she take form of cow, such running away from him. He took a bow, arrows, tried to kill, and then she was saying, why are you trying to kill me? I'm a woman. You cannot beat woman. But he replies, woman or not woman, if you're a criminal, you should be punished. Then she said, but I maintain all the living entities, all the plants, all the universe. I maintain. I'm earth. He said, I will just destroy you and cut to the pieces. I will maintain it myself. And then she understands that he is a God. He is this power from Lord Vishnu. And she changed her mood. She's humble. But you were my husband, like a boar, Lord Varaha, and etc., etc. But then she gave the main mood why she didn't give the fruits. Because she said that I'm afraid there was a thieves after Venus rule. And I kept it. I hide it. It's not destroyed. It can be revealed again. But I need a special emotion. I am a woman. I am a mother. And I need a service emotion. And then Prithu understand, oh yeah, by just pushing her, by just using power on her, I will not take what I need. So this is, you can see management, lessons. You need to be gentle with people. And he asked all the demigods, all the sages to make form of a calf, And they approached like a calves, and they got what they lost, everyone. She became kind again. So he resolved this conflict. He understands how to act with those who are dependent, not just use power, not just use like your strength and rule. And second one is our situation. Here Brahma appears in this verse. He made a fire sacrifices, Ashwamedha. Why they do these yagis before? Why they do? Because when you are the ruler or the king or the tsar, you need to install your power. You need to show your power to all citizens, to all people. They need to understand that you really have the power. Because if they don't understand that you have power, they will not follow you. Who is he? Who is this guy? He just was collected by the people in our country. Who is he? He's a common guy. He's a strange guy. But the person who is ruling, who is king, he should show people his power. Like you can see the king's pictures, in some museums. They keep this ball with a cross, It's symbol of power. Like I have power from God. They say I have power from God. But you should demonstrate. And the main point of demonstration of this power was to make the special sacrifice, horses sacrifices, to kill 100 horse. And of course, you will give new life to them, new body, but you go the power like you're the king of heaven. That's why Indra doesn't like when some of the как смертный на английском? Death person do these sacrifices. So it's common for them. Like in first canto of Bhagavatam, we found out that Yudhishthira Maharaj, he done just 3 fire sacrifices of horse, and it was like he do the 100, the same power he got. So Prithu Maharaj, he decided to do 100, and when he's do 99, the last one horse was stolen by Indra because he was afraid. Maybe I don't know his mood. I don't know his I forgot even in Russian the word motivation. I don't know his motivation. Who knows what he has in his? Maybe he want to throw me out and take my place. So he stole this, and how he's done. He was doing this 3 times. He was dressed as sannyasi. You know, there's a sannyasi is the topmost respect person in society. When you see sannyasi, you can give everything to him. Yeah, just take everything you want. And he took this sannyasi clothes, and he was taking 3 different types of sannyas. One type of sannyas was Buddhism, and karma sannyas, and something, etc. And here, in his particular verse, Brahma stops him. Because what was happening? He was stolen the horse, and Prithu Maharaj was sending his son and himself to bring him back. And Indra was making again and again. It was repeating 3 times. And Brahma saw, okay, these guys cannot have peace between them all. Because we can see from one side, Prithu Maharaj, he's pure devotee, he's Lord's incarnation, Shakti Avatar. From other side, Indra, he's king of heaven, but he's a Karmakandya person. And this Indra actually is not ours Indra, yes? This is other Indra. This is Indra in first millennium, in first Manu's life. We have 14 Manus, and each Manu per Brahma's day changed all the government of heaven, including Indra and 7 sages, demigods. They all changed 14 times per one Brahma's day. So now we have 7th Indra. This is first Indra. But we can see sometimes Indra, they can be pure devotee. Sometimes they're mixed devotee. Sometimes they're real Karmakandya persons. It depends, because different personality. So, and this Indra, he was afraid of his position. He was afraid that he will be no more king of heaven. And Prithu Maharaj, he has these qualities of devotee. He was determined, He was doing, no, I will do. And Brahma, he decides, okay, stop, guys, you see. And he started giving instructions to Prithu Maharaj. He was telling him, don't worry, He used two words in this verse. The first word is duravagraha. Dura means something ungood, unwishable, something that we shouldn't touch. Duravagraha. It's like something that we don't want, some qualities which better don't have these qualities in your personality. Like, it can be different types, like you can touch your nose. Like, Srila Prabhupada was very angry when he saw his disciples touching lips. He was always chastising Shuta, second one, Transcendental Diary. Harishauri Prabhu, yeah. He was, you're touching your nose, you're touching your... And there was not like, he was always, don't touch your nose, don't touch your lips. We were doing some educational programs for leaders in Kazakhstan. My spiritual master was giving ISKCON management course, and he stopped at one point and said, you're leaders, but you shouldn't leak and your pants. You make some points and you put your pen in the mouth. Stop your second initiated devotees. Don't, like from school, samskara. Yes, it can be like this. And duravagraha, it also can mean some bad characters, like to cheat, to deceive people. So these qualities which we don't want to have. And second one, he used word dharma vyatikrama. This is deviation from dharma. Deviation from dharma. So what he means? So Brahma means that act like this, have conflict between you. You create these two bad things. You create dharma vyatikrama, deviation of dharma, and you create duvagraha, bad qualities in your body, in your action, in your character, if you have strong conflicts. So this is the lesson. If we have conflicts, this might be revealed in our characters, in our... So that's why I say these stories of Prithu Maharaj, all stories, it's quite long, it's something like 15 chapters. Very good for management. We can see how we can manage in ISKCON using these verses and all these stories, all these chapters. And also the main lesson, when you see this, when you see that something make me беспокойство, dissolving, yeah, worries, yes, make me worries, start forgetting English. It can create adharma. In the beginning of this canto, there was the line, the dynasty of adharma, also mentioned. And here's adds 3 more types of adharma. When you play the role which you are not, which is not yours, especially saint person. And Indra was trying to play a role of a sannyasi, but he was not a sannyasi. And here's mentioned, especially one more, never pretend to be a saint person. Never pretend to be a saint person. Follow the saint person, but never pretend to be. And communicate with pure devotees. Sanga yaksasme terhitu, asanga vihito diya seva zegrisho, titani sanga tvai kalpate. When you have sanga communicate with the common people, you will fall down. But when you have sanga and when you communicate with a sadhu, you will purify it. Srila Indradyumna Swami Maharaj, he gave nice story of this communication. There was, I tell it shortly because I think you heard it. There was one thief who wanted to have some money, and he saw like the king, he was giving a lot of donations to sadhus. And there was 3 sadhus who was going to the king to have his darshan, and he just changed his clothes like a sadhu. You know how sadhu take clothes? Simple, very simple. Put a little bit dust, mud, put a gut on his head, like it's called. Yeah, like not that hair. When they put the cow down, how it's called? Dreads, yeah. He made big dreads. Now he's sadhu. And put on tilaka, maybe some mala, and he was just looking how sadhu act. They have okay, you do, you're sadhu, I'm also sadhu. So they entered the room of king. There was 4 of them. They just sit in meditation. He sit in meditation. He just was opening one eye just to look how they act. Okay, good. Okay, and now I'm sadhu. And king approached first one. He asked, I have a daughter, very beautiful daughter. Please marry her and take 50% of my kingdom. Sadhu opened eyes and said, raised his finger, said, sadhu will never follow the sense gratification. Stand up and go out. He approached second one. He says, this is my daughter, very beautiful, paka, very, very, very nice. And take her, married her, and take 70% of my kingdom. Sadhu opened eyes. He was angry. He put his finger. He said, sadhu will never accept material desires. Go away. He approached third one. He said, this is my daughter. He's like Shyama woman. You know Shyama woman is mentioned in Bhagavatam. Perfect woman. Take her, married her, and take 85% of my kingdom. The sadhu opened eyes. He stand, raised his finger. He said, never, never sadhu would accept material desires, sense gratification. Went out. And then he approached to our Siv. He was know how to act like a sadhu. He was prepared for king's offering. King said, this is my daughter, the beautiful woman in kingdom. Take her and take all my kingdom. I will go to the forest. And what did the Siv? He opened their eyes. He raised his finger and said, sadhu will never accept material desires. Stand up and go away. Haribol. Srila Gurudev in Arjuna Swami, he says that because he has communicated with sadhus for a short time, he understands the truth. He become a sadhu. Yeah, but sometimes we have some difficulty in communications. Sometimes when we don't know the sadhu close, we don't know their faults, we don't know their miss things, we say, oh, you have a shine. But then after, wait a minute, what's happening? You were not on the Mangalarati today. You are not sadhu. And this is called Vaishnava Parat is very careful with this. So competition can arise, and Srila Prabhupada mentioned in his commentary that in material world there is always competition, because they want to have their senses to be satisfied, and that's why they have to compete. They have to win. They have to get place, to get a good salary, to get a nice woman, to be happy, and etc., etc. The devotee think, okay, maybe I just will serve Krishna lotus feet. And he will send me the salary, he will send me the wife, he will send me the children, that. Of course, we need to make efforts, like in Mahabharata, when Yudhishthira asked Bhishma, what is first, our destiny or our efforts? He said, because if you will not do efforts, you will not gain and bring back your kingdom. So efforts goes first, then the destiny follows your efforts. Bhishma replied him. So we need to do efforts. I had one story from one ex-brahmachari. He married, no money. He was living with his mother-in-law and his wife in a small one-room flat. And there was no money at all. And he was just praying to Krishna and preaching, okay, what to do. And once in the midnight, his mother-in-law, she was not a devotee. She woke up because some voice woke her up. Wake up! She closed eyes, put her head. Wake up, quickly, wake up. She can, who is speaking with me? She just wake up. Take on your clothes. Take on your clothes. I said, okay. Go downstairs. She went downstairs, opened the door. You see, this is garbage there. Go to this garbage. I will not go to. I told you, go to the garbage. She said, okay, don't shout on me. And she went to garbage. Put your hand into the garbage. Oh my God. She put her hand and she some bag. Grab this bag. Run to your house. And there was $14,000 in this bag. They bought a flat. I don't know how this happened, but I heard this story. So Indra, he pretended to be some sane person. and it brings him to competition with devotee. Because when the material people, they see devotees, sometimes they can accept them, but sometimes they want to have competition with them. Like I was given a class in Almaty just for business persons. And there was 3 speakers. It was me and 2 more. They were elder me and they were like professional in sellings, yes. It was maybe 30 of businessmen. And they were giving like, I'm good like this, I'm good like this, I'm taking educational this, I'm taking here, I was traveling there, I was selling this, I got so many money. And when it was my turn, I don't know what to say, I have so much money. I just turned some stories from Puranas. I started, I've spent 10 years like a monk. And they kind of stopped, they was asking me questions. And these people, they tried to have competition with me to make attention to, but it was not possible. For people, they were more interested in spiritual than in the business. Okay, they said, we have experience in business, no interest, but this is something else. He's not taking money, he's not taking else. How you live, how you traveling? Oh, whoa. And when I see that these other speakers, they were a little bit like, I don't know, maybe envy, maybe. Then I approached them and I was meditating on Radhanath Maharaj, his humility. I asked, forgive me, next time I will. And they become, okay, no problem, boy. Very good. Next time you start. Was everything good. And Indra he's trying his best. But when we see then, because Indra is leader, he's leader of heaven. Prithu, he's also leader, he's leader of earth. And when 2 leaders have a big conflict, usually we need someone who is above them, who is more mature. And in this case, it was Lord Brahma. He came, and you see Lord Brahma choose Prithu Maharaj because he was a devotee, and he didn't say anything to Indra because Indra will act like he is acting. He chose Prithu. He said, stop. 99 is enough for you. You're a devotee. This is enough. And Prithu Maharaj, very quick, he got the instruction from seniors. He said, okay, I understand this now. And then he brought Indra. Indra was asking for forgiveness, and they hugged, and they stopped. So we can see this. Conflicts can be, but we need to use our intelligence. Yascha mudhatta molake, yascha buddhir patam gataha, tabukamekam sukhe krishanchantare janaha. There's only 2 types who can be happy in this world. Sukha medite, sukha is mean happiness. And buddhir, paramgata, those who have strong buddhi, intelligence, they can be happy. And mudhattama, loke, mudha, you understand, mudha is stupid, and stupid person. Only buddhi and mudhi can be happy. Who is between? No possible to be happy in this world. So, it's easy to be mudha, to be stupid, but it's better to be buddhi. And buddhi, we can create our buddhi only using buddhi yoga. This is Krishna consciousness yoga from 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We need to use it. So that's why we can be happy. And we can see like Prithu Maharaj, he used his buddhi and buddhi yoga. And Kvachinyvartate Bhadrat Kvachi Chiraji Tatpanat Prashchitamadha Partno Manya Kunjaya Shauchiva. This is from 6th canto. Even very attentive person can make a mistake in this world. Even very attentive person. And there's this going story about elephants, how they base, but we're interested in first part that even very attentive person can make a mistake in this world. So we cannot say that everyone, every leader, every person can make a mistake, and it is actually it's normal. We just need to see how he uses his buddhi. And if his buddhi is in the right direction, he will manage it, everything. We can see a lot of leaders, they do mistakes, and it's normal. Just I heard one story from Srila Prabhupada in memories of Srila Prabhupada that one temple president, he do quite bad things. And they was writing letters to Srila Prabhupada, please change him. He said, no, but he's good. Why? Don't, he replied them, don't count his mistakes. Count yours. It's my task, like his spiritual master, to count his mistakes. Okay. You think I don't see? I see. And I'm trying to help this person. So don't worry. And cannot give now the whole lecture how to go out from conflicts, but here we can see we have only one principle: to make a strong buddhi, to make your buddhi strong, and Krishna consciousness will help you. And you have at least how to go out from conflicts. Will not, because not short in time. Just give you one pattern from which we got from conflictology course of Braj Bihari Prabhu. Did you have someone pass for these courses? He gave nice example of orange. Do you remember this example? When you have conflicts, he gives a story like brother and sister, they have conflicts because they both want orange, and mother have only one orange. Mother have 4 ways how to resolve this situation. The first, no one will win, lose. She will not, okay, I will not give you the orange because you arguing, you will not get it. This situation calls lose, lost, both lost. Second situation, you win, he lost, or she lost. You get the orange, she will not get. You give the arguments why you have to have this orange. I'm like younger brother, she's senior sister, I have to, okay, you can win. Other situation, you lost, she win. She give more good arguments and she will get. And the third situation is 50-50, half, yes? To cut orange to the 2 pieces and give both. And like from the conflict situation, it's not perfect. All 4 situations bad, because there is 5 path, 5 way, I don't know, 5 situation how it can be resolved. You should ask what you need, and you can find out that the brother, he needs juice from the orange because he won't drink, and the sister, he needs orange peel because she was making a cake, yeah. And in this situation, both can win 100 and 100. And you just need to find out what is happening, what is the core of the situation. And this is main thing, you need to listen and to speak with them, with each other. If you are not speaking, if you are not listening, you will never resolve conflict. And the first rule, never resolve conflict by WhatsApp, Telegram, by messages, by callings. Bhakti Krishna Maharaj calling me from Russia. And you just need to meet and person speak, and more you speak, more you will understand this person, because you don't try to understand his motivation. Never try. You just need to hear the motivation from himself, because actions can be different than his mood. I faced a lot of conflicts, took part in a lot of conflicts also, and have some experience how to deal with this. Yatendrante kadham rishta trishna prashamayataha nirvarayata bhutashu nadvega yatra kashtanaha. When the devotees retell the pure pastimes of transcendental world, and those who are listening for them, at least for a moment, forget about their material desires, and they start envy to each other and reveal from all the fears and other problems. And we can see in stories sometimes Vaishnavas has these conflicts, like Jiva Goswami and Hriday Chaitanya. There was a point because of disciple misunderstanding, but then they resolve it easily. And yeah. Hare Krishna. 10 minutes, maybe you have some questions. And you want to add something.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you very much. It was very inspiring. I wanted to ask, like, can you give some more little bit of details, like what you exactly mean by becoming Buddhi? Because where I come from, India, the part of India I come from, there are devotees of Vitthal, Lord Vitthal. He's been worshipped.
Vithaleshwara, yeah?
Yeah. So in Maharashtra. So those devotees, they don't read as such, they don't have scriptural knowledge, they don't have anything, but they have mood to serve, they have the consciousness remembering all the time Vithalji, taking his name, they have the consciousness. And wherein our society is also for Krishna consciousness. So do we really, like as Krishna says, 4 people come to me, Gyani. So does that Buddhi means to become Gyani and then we develop the consciousness to remember Krishna? Or
No. Buddhi is more, Jnani is more mind level. Manas is more Jnani. Buddhi is higher level than, it's called Vijnani level. Buddhi is Vijnani. In the common Vedic system, when we use word Gyan, it means way, path. Jnana, which is like lead you to someone. And Vijnana means like a goal of this way. And you can change, like in Bhagavad Gita in 7 chapter, 9 chapter, there's Jnana and Vijnana and different explanations. Like in one explanation, Jnana is material world and Vijnana is spiritual world. In one explanation, Jnana is knowledge about way how to get Krishna, and Vijnana, knowledge about Krishna himself. So it's classic. You can just change the situations, and Gyan Vijnana will be different. But usually Buddhi is level of Vijnana, because Buddhi, intelligence, it's not knowledgeable. It's not like book knowledge. It's more like you tell that the goal of study Shastras to have this attraction, to have this, to love Krishna. This is the goal. And you can get this if you study Shastra under spiritual master's instructions. When you study yourself, difficult. I was studying Bhaktivedanta courses, but I was not studying myself. I have a teacher, His Grace Burijan Prabhu, Her Grace Narayani Prabhu. And I took their mood. I was like love in mood. I can study myself, read all the commentaries of Vishwanathika, Jigavad, but the main thing, you get mood from your teacher. And this is part of the bhakti. And he give you Krishna. So yeah, like we need to be on Buddhi level, like this Vijnana level. And then is more levels actually. Gyan, Vijnana, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. This is the last one, 5th level, Anandamaya. Srila Prabhupada only in one commentary mentioned these 5 consciousness levels of consciousness. Which is Anna Maya Kosha, like animal. Animal level. Like Pranamaya Kosha, like civilized people. You have moral principles. Okay. Gentleman, play golf. Okay. Could me path me a soul, please? And Gyan Vijnana levels, and the 5th one, Ananda Maya level. Transcendental level. Okay, shortly. Please, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. You mentioned Jiva Goswami and was it Hridaya Chaitanya?
Hridaya Chaitanya, Prabhu, yeah.
How did they solve their conflict?
Like in a basis, the Hridaya Chaitanya has disciple, Dukhi Krishna. Dukhi Krishna Das. And then he became a Shyamananda. He got new name from Lalita, Shyamananda, and new Tilak. And Hridaya Chaitanya thought that Jiva Goswami reinitiated him. Because there was no information, they're living in Bengali, they're staying in Vrindavan, and he got the news that his disciple has a new name. And he said that I'm not accepting your new name. And he approached Jiva Goswami and said, what I have to do? He said, this is the mercy of your Guru Maharaj. And he came and he wrote, the story. He drew the tilaka and name on his chest, and then it's revealed its state. He cannot vanish it. And then he understood the mood that it was not Jiva Goswami's fault at all. And he asked forgiveness. We need to know how to ask for. I had just last Gaura Purnim, I'm organizing my Guru Maharaj Vesa Pujas. And it is usually 1,000 and a half people. Huge. Because a lot of disciples. He has a lot of disciples, a lot of just, not his disciples, but he is accepting him as Shiksha Guru. And in the evening he should sing a kirtan. But one Prabhupada disciple, he was in the program, he was playing guitar, he was singing. And he was making too long. And I switched off the voice system. he was so offended. He had some followers, they were so offended, and there was like a cloud, some vartaka on me. I came to spiritual master, asked, so what to do? He said, yes, you got in this interesting trouble, because from one side there was Shivaram Swami, for whom it was too loud and he asked to switch off. And from one side was another Prabhupada's disciple who was singing, and you like between two, got between this difficult situation. And there was Mandakini Mataji, you know her? She's Prabhupada disciple from France. Very humble, very simple. One of the senior Prabhupada disciple from 60s. And he asked Mandakini Prabhu, how you would suggest to help Devakinandana in this situation? He said, we need to ask forgiveness. I will ask, she was so humble, whom I need to ask forgiveness, I will ask. For me, it's like my full seva to ask forgiveness, but for her it was very simple. I will ask, I will make obeisance, I want to protect you. She loves me like a son. He said, I will ask, tell me the name, I will go and boom, give my obeisances and seek for forgiveness for you. I said, no, I will do it myself. I will do it. And I go for inspiration. This is normal to ask forgiveness, sincere. This is not like my false ego. You just go and do it, and you'll see. You'll feel like bhakti. Last one question. We have 2 minutes. If you have, probably.
Hare Krishna. I have a question. How to forget offenses and conflicts quicker?
Quicker. You need to find some magician. He will take the ring, make like this, like this, like this, like this. And then it will throw you another hand. It's a joke. It's difficult to forget. It's the conflicts. Maybe not to forget, maybe you need to remember it, but not to be in an offended mood. Because if you mean that when someone offend you and how to forget, or you offend someone?
No, when
both situation. Okay, you have to remember it. It's good because you will be more attentive next time. Because there are different persons. There are some persons you can easily offend them. You just not give fire first to them and they feel offended. And there's some kind of person, they are very different type of psychology. And you just to be attentive, to act with different persons in different way. You especially if they are seniors, you should be very attentive. And you should remember, how you make the offense and never make it again. And if someone offends you, just remember that no one can offend you. It's impossible. Why you feel offended? In Russia, we have phrase, on those who feel offended, use them to bring a water. I don't know, it doesn't sound in English, but don't feel like this, just comment. But if you feel, I think you better serve these persons, and you can see when you're in certain mood, it goes faster in certain mood. And if you're in a brahmachari ashram, wash his socks, and he will not see and put it to dry. And where's my soul? Once spiritual master gave us an instruction. He said, wash or serve each other, but in this way that he shouldn't understand that you are serving him. And we're traveling, like it was 5 of us with Guru Maharaj, and I remember I was going to sleep to my spalnik, to my bed pack. Sleeping bag, yes, thank you, sleeping bag. And I just make an obeisance, Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishna Buddha. And I think that it was so easy. It was so easy. And then I said, someone open my sleeping bag and prepare my bed for my rest. I thought, no, they start serving, and there was very beautiful mood when you serve. And like, who made this? Who made it? Where is my socks? It washed. And one devotee, he woke up very early to make a breakfast. You can see it will create a very nice Krishna consciousness mood. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Granta Raja Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. Shri Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai. Thank you so much. Thank you, Govinda Dev Prabhu, for nice taking care about this a wonderful project, deities, Prabhupada, devotees. It's perfect place here for devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.